Spencer, a 4-0 defeat away at Maidstone. Can I get your reaction?
Did I pick the wrong side? Probably. We tried to be very defensive today in the first half. Played a back four, played with a false nine just to keep in the game. Didn't want to happen what happened last week. But I think, with the possible exception of Welling away, that was our worst performance of the season. All 4 goals were gifts. Don't look like we're going to score either. To be fair, they haven't had an awful lot more than the 4 goals, but it was men against boys. Very, very poor performance. 2 kamikaze first goals given away. You know, you concede in the 43rd minute. We change at half time, go to a 3 and 2 strikers, and 1 minute into the half we've given the ball away unpressured, not dealt with a high ball, and we're 3-0 down, and your plans are in tatters. So I don't want to take too much away from Maidstone, who I thought were fitter, stronger, better in every category than us. Full-time side, you know, we are where we are. It was men against boys. It was truly horrible, and my young lads, it was a harsh lesson. You know, we got to 28 minutes. They'd done nothing, but the goals were absolute individual errors. I mean, they're just a horror show. And there's a lot that's happened this week, and a few of my lads have been unsettled, and that's not an excuse. It's a learning exercise for young lads, because things happen in football and you have to deal with those conversations or incidents away from the game. They didn't, and they struggled, and the senior players struggled, and Maidstone were just head and shoulders better than someone's just said that's the best they played all season. But you know, they've only had probably 6-7 attempts on goal, and we've had our usual 4-5 powder puffs, but we don't look like scoring up front at all. And obviously a terrible blow to Haddy, which, you know, we're struggling. We're in a proper deal. We're playing a side. We've just been told that, you know, said in the boardroom their budget. I mean, it's what you get when you're full time. Better, stronger, fitter, more experienced players, and we got blown away. But we've given all 4 goals away. I mean, they're absolute gifts. And whether we're a back 4, whether we're a back 5, and I appreciate we had an awful lot of injuries and we were trying to protect people today. But it was a very, very poor performance. Must apologise to the fans. As I said, who do you start up front at the moment? We don't look like scoring a goal. Ricky's doing his best. We want to look at Matty. We want to look at Finn. We've got, you know, as I said, not an excuse. We've got a lot of injuries, got a lot of football to play, and it didn't work. It just didn't work, because we're giving away. I mean, the second goal was a back pass, you know, straight to the striker. He scores. First goal, we had the ball on the edge of their box. We give it away. They go up the other end, he just turns and scores. Very, very poor goals. In the 43rd, 46th minute, that was the game. But massive gulf between the 2 teams today. Very disappointed. And it's harsh on our young lads. We came away with a few positives last week away at Torquay, but we come away with next to nothing today. Very, very well beaten side. Very disappointed. And we've got a lot of soul searching. I've got a lot of soul searching to do, looking at players. There's always a few changes. There are things going on behind the scenes that aren't good, but we've got to deal with them. That's what happens when you're where we are financially. We lose players, but these young lads have got to grow up quick, and the senior players have got to take responsibility. And you know, today I went very defensive, almost 4-5-1. But we never looked like scoring that first half. Two individual errors. Minute into the second half, we've gone very attacking, and we gift another one away, and the game's over.
How do you address the away form at the moment? Chelmsford away was the last win.
Well, today, you know, I've gone really defensive today, and we've not let them have a sniff for 28 minutes. But 2 individual errors, you know, between 28 and 43, and we're 2-0 down. And you then, as I said, you change it, you go more attacking. And again, individual error at the start of the second half, and we're 3-0 down. The game's over against, you know, this is a full-time side, men against boys. You know, it's really disappointing. We're starting to look a little bit like a decent academy side, which is worrying. That's worrying. It's something that we've got to take a deep breath. I've got to take a deep breath with these lads. Don't want to be too critical of us. You know, we're not in the same remit as these full-time sides, and you're seeing them come to the top of the table, which I've been saying since the start. We're not we're not in the same pool as them, if I'm honest. And I said they were very good today, and we made errors. They scored goals, and they didn't make any errors, and we weren't good enough in the, we had little moments. We tried to pass the ball, but we were really blown away today, and it was a very, very disappointing performance because, as I said, we took a few little positives from last week, but we take nothing from today.
And how do you pick the team up for Boxing Day against Hampton and Richmond?
Well, we desperately need our fans to turn up Boxing Day. I'm very low about it today. Is there anyone new coming in? No, but we had to protect Pendlebury today. Needed to protect Ollie today. Reggie didn't make it. Luch didn't make it. Guys just come back. It's obviously we lost Haddy. It's difficult. There's no doubt about it. It's a hell of a challenge. We always knew that there'd be ups and downs. I do step back and go, we've got 36 points. I know the Daggers will be out today, but I've got players out there that I'm arguing with their loan clubs yesterday over £10 a week, and this is a club here that's calling on fantastic players with experience, full time, and it's tough. And we've got 36 points, and I'm sure we're out the playoffs, but it's very tight. We've had a really good year. We're having a real low point at the moment, and away from home, I mean, how many more defenders do we need to stick on the park? We played an out-and-out back four today and told them not to move, and we couldn't handle their directness. They just kept shoving it in behind us, and these are individual errors. We gifted them all 4 goals. So we have to go again. I desperately want to put a smile on everyone's face on Boxing Day. It's going to be a really tough game. We're not in a good place at the moment, and the injury list doesn't help us. We're having to protect people. So I didn't really have an awful lot of choices today without risking being in a worse place in a week or two. So we'll get in training on Monday. We won't leave any stone unturned. I'm very grateful to the fans to come. I hope they were down this end. We went to applaud them, and I think some of them might have been the far end. So, certainly appreciate them all coming down. But today, no excuses, blown away, and wasn't good enough.
Thanks, Spencer. Try and have a nice birthday tomorrow, and good luck for Boxing Day.
Thanks a lot, Dom.